Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Crate Conversations. I'm very excited to be here today with Arlene Garris. She is from Always Supporting Our Military, and they are based out of Toms River currently. And I'm very excited to have you here today. Thank you so much for coming.
We want to thank you, Mayor, for giving us this opportunity to be here and explaining a little bit about our organization.
That's awesome. So we spoke a little bit
Right.
prior to filming here about what
Yeah.
it is that you all do, but could you tell everyone what is it that Always Supporting Our Military does?
Okay, we've been doing this for about 8 years now, and what we do is we send packages overseas to the men and women who are in the military, and we get donations, and we'll go into that, in depth in a little while. But our main object is to keep the men and women, give them a little piece of home. And in the packages, we do supply other things besides just toiletries or, goods and stuff like that, snacks, to give them a feeling that, they're welcome and that we miss them and we appreciate everything that they do.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you put in the packages?
Okay. Our boxes are not that big, but they're kind of costly. They cost at least $27.40 to ship one box overseas. And what we do is if we send more than one box to the group, we try to put various things in. Like one, we'll do toiletries for both men, because we have to remember our women, because they're also part of the organizations. And so we'll put toiletries in one, and then the other box we'll put cookies and candies and, different items of that such. So we sort of mix it up to give them, a good variety of items.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I was talking how when I taught school, we did like an adopt a soldier thing.
Right.
We used to also send, I don't know if you guys do this, do you also send things like, we would throw in like word searches and little stuff like that, right?
Yes. We always do that, and magazines and writing material and pens and, we give them a great variety,
it's like a nice variety, right?
Yeah, of items. And Barbara, who is our president, she usually writes down different things that, we can put in the boxes. So give us a little bit of an idea of what they're looking for.
Sure.
Because sometimes we do get notes, requesting certain things. And but we do other items too, like socks and T-shirts, and we fill those boxes as high to the bim as we can, and the schools are very good to us too, and different organizations. They give us flyers that the kids are color, support our troops, or
or maybe older kids could write letters or something.
Right.
Which is nice.
We do that, and it's a very worthy group, and the men and women that do the volunteering are fabulous, and everybody. It's like a calamity of like people get together, and we have the men that do the taping of the boxes. The women usually do mostly all the filling of the items in that. And, but we're always looking for volunteers. We have about 32 to 35, volunteers. And we do the packaging of the items on Mondays mornings and on Tuesdays. Okay. And, Barbara is very, very organized with different aspects of the group. As far as we have a secretary, I mean, we have a treasurer. We're very organized.
Yeah.
We're a 501c, excuse me. And so, we try to make it a fun event too, so that the men and women look forward to coming and helping us.
Right.
And it's a dual thing. We're doing two things. We're helping our soldiers. And we're also getting a little enjoyment out of it.
It's nice to get together and knowing that you're helping other people, right? I always feel like that's part of the reward too, right?
And then the organization itself, we try to keep everybody together. Like we'll have a breakfast once a year. We'll all meet. Christmas, we have a big Christmas party, So we're always looking for volunteers. That's number one.
That's good to know.
And can I shout out any kind of information?
Yeah,
like
so like my question would be, first of all,
Yeah.
how do you get all these items to put into the boxes?
Okay, let's go with the donations first. Okay, every month, we do get donations from different groups. The Rotary of Toms River, donates. The Women's Club in Holiday City, they give a monetary donation. And then also the Knights of Columbus, they also give a monetary donation. Steady, like once
so
a month.
you know that you can count on that each month. Right.
And then we solicit other organizations. The Elks in Brick. We do the American Legions, both Toms River and Brick, and the Rotary too, the Women's Club. So, that's part of like the monetary, like the big. But we also do other things too, because if we see that our money is, the funding is not there to send the boxes, then we have to reach out to the group, and we do other fundraisers. We do small flea markets, craft shows, wherever we can think of that we can get some money available, for the packaging, for the cost of the shipping. And but some of the other organizations, they're very good to us, and we do have like boxes that we put at different places. And they fill them. We give them a list of the items that we actually can send, because we cannot send anything that's aerosol.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so.
We try, sometimes depending on where we were shipping to, we would avoid sending like chocolates because they would melt.
Right.
It depends on where you're shipping to, right?
And then the boxes, like any holiday that's coming up, Barbara is great with that. She'll go out and get items that'll deal with that, Valentine's Day, Easter. To make them feel like, you know, and the little extras, the extra perks, that we put in the box is always grateful. And I just wanted to, we get letters and different notes from, from the, like a thank you.
Sure.
Okay. It says, thank you so much for your wonderful Valentine's box of goodies. We continue to enjoy the taste of home and appreciate it so much. Your support is very much appreciated, and we are so thankful. Thank you from, I don't know, and then it just has the name of the group, the AT team. So, we get letters, we get emails.
That's wonderful.
So that's like one of them from there.
And so how do you determine what military groups or organizations, like how you're mailing out to each of these troops?
Okay. Our main thing is that who does that is our President Barbara.
Okay.
And she's the one that will get the information. She goes on the site, right? What is I don't know. A soldier, right. And that she'll get a list of the groups that we are allowed to ship to and whatnot. And then we also, by word of mouth, if anybody has any relatives, like I had like 2 or 3 of them this past year already that I gave to Barbara, that I knew that they were overseas.
Right.
One woman that I work with, her grandson was in the Marines, and he was stationed. And I said, give me the address and everything. I'm with him. Well, we want to send him a box and everything.
Right.
And she couldn't thank me enough. And he, so.
It makes a difference. And so these are troops that we have thousands and thousands of troops serving overseas at any given time in non-combat, but they're just away from home for the length of their service, so.
And people have to remember the items that we do send, sometimes are different than they could get at the PX or
Exactly.
And we give mostly all brand name stuff and good stuff, and so and another organization that I do want to put a shout out to is the Girl Scouts of America.
Okay.
They donate to us boxes of cookies.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, who doesn't want a Girl Scout cookie?
I love
that.
And they're very, very generous with their
wonderful.
supply. They keep us going, and we make sure we send, boxes out to them.
That's awesome.
So, It's a twofold, like I said, with the organization. You know, we're getting enjoyment out of it, you know, a reward out of it personally. And we're doing what we feel that's good for the soldiers and the government, you know.
So this is a great organization, and I know that we spoke prior to this also. Right now you're working out of, I believe, your president's basement. Right? So, and which is great. You know, it's okay.
Right.
But you are seeking a space that would maybe allow you to work, you know, a donated space where you can actually store the items and then get together each week to box the items and have that area available for people to work in. So
that's correct, May. Yes, we are doing a shout out now because we're really getting overwhelmed with everything that, I mean, people are really generous, which we love, you know, don't get me wrong, but we really are limited, you know, with the spacing. And Barbara is more than generous, you know, lending us her basement. But, you know, we need a place where we can meet, you know, once or twice a week and house the items. And, you know, we, of course, can't afford a large amount, you know, to pay. You know, but, you know, we could do like the electric or any
if you could pay the utilities, if someone could donate the space, essentially, would be helpful. Okay.
So if there's anybody out there that feels that, you know, the overwhelmed by our organization and, you know, wants to reach out to us, we appreciate that.
That would be great.
So
I mean, you're doing such great work. It's evidenced by the display we have here and the amount of effort that you all have put into this for the last 8 years, that, you know, the amount of lives that you have touched that don't have the comforts of home all the time because they are serving overseas is probably infinite at this point, right?
Thank you. Yeah, it's like a twofold. Like I said, you know, we get enjoyment out of doing it, out of being there, you know, with the men and women, and we're doing a service. We feel like, you know, something that we feel is worthy, is, you know, needed in this, you know, we forget, like, you know, that these servicemen are, you know, laying their lives out for us, for our country. And that's where it's at, you know. Without them, you know, it would be a sad sight, you know. So, you know, we want to reach out as much as we can.
Well, I love this organization. I'm going to get some information from you all so that we can put this up on the screen.
Oh, we appreciate that.
We'll put your contact info up there. If anyone wants to donate to this cause, if anyone wants to volunteer, or if you have a space that's available for the Always Supporting Our Military. We're going to have that information up on the screen for everyone. And we're hoping that someone can reach out and assist you, if not only with just donations, but maybe some space for you as well.
We appreciate that wholeheartedly. Yes, Mayor, I'm so happy that, you know, you afforded us the time.
This is wonderful. I appreciate you coming in today. Thank you so much.
And thank you for having us.
Happy to do it. Thank you all for watching. Again, if you want to volunteer or donate space or donate some items or perhaps do a monetary donation, please take a look at the information on the screen, and we hope to hear from you soon. So thank you so much, and thanks for joining us on this great conversation.
Thank you.
That was perfect. Yeah. That was